Whiteink Institute for Strategic Education and Research has called on the federal government to capacitate defense and security institutions in the country. The founder of the center, Saleh Bala, made this known while speaking to newsmen in Abuja, saying that the internal and diplomatic institutions need to be strengthened in order to strategically curb the growing security challenges in the country. He, however, called on the incoming government to be multidimensional in their dealings with society and diplomatic approach.
ECOWAS is very much in the business of peace and security. Obviously, without peace and security, there can't be the economic integration, which is the main purpose of ECOWAS as a regional organization. We know the commitment Nigeria has to peace and security and the need for Nigeria to ensure that their borders are secure and that neighboring countries are at peace. Because when your neighbor's house is on fire, it could as well come over to yours. So this is the gap we can see practically, that without a strong political will and engagement, you're going to have a chaotic region.
For the last 6 or 7 years, we have been dealing with internal challenges in the Northwest, represented by herders and farmers conflicts, and also banditry, kidnapping, and other criminalities that have disturbed our peace and challenged actually the authority of the government and the state. This is an intellectual effort first and foremost, and secondly, an organizational effort in order to build our institutions to reach a certain level of precision whereby whenever our governments speak or take action, their actions and words will be contextualized within the norms of international law, international practice, and global activities that have been sanctioned and approved by time and practice. How we master strategy is actually contingent upon how we organize ourselves. How do we organize our Ministry of Foreign Affairs? How do we train our foreign service officers? How do we organize our Ministry of Defense and the various armed services to equip them, to train them, to motivate them, and give them the wherewithal required in order to uplift and defend the capacity of the state?
Nigeria must have to see how to be able to strengthen these relations in helping us to combat terrorism, at least in the northeast angle. The new administration or whoever is coming in has to think about properly funding and training opportunities for elite institutions, because most of the institutions where you don't have money.
Creating bilateral and multilateral contacts between senior military and civilian defense officials. One of the most important instruments of defense diplomacy is to maintain a dialogue with partners as a communication tool and confidence building. Ambition of the state and its strategic objectives, but also the state of the international environment. Relations with allies and other neighbors. Whether we like it or not, our reality in line with the concentric circle is we are in a francophone region. That is the reality. We tend to forget that. We are in a francophone region. So whatever happens in these francophone countries has direct implication. Our diplomats, our security forces, our custom officers, our immigration officers must understand the French language and French culture.
The whole intent of the Whiteink Institute for Strategy, Education and Research to convene this 3-series conversation is to find important policy advisory points to share with the incoming administration. This series are about defense and security, diplomacy, and the third one, which is coming in next month, will be looking at this aspect of national cohesion and how it will help for us to crystallize Nigeria's power in order for us to be the old, strong international player we are. What the conclusions have been, right from the first, which was delivered to us by no other than Lieutenant General Abdurrahman Bello Dambazao, was the fact that even the defense and security institutions have to be capacitated for them to be able to robustly be able to deal with our growing internal challenges. The biggest take home consistently is that we are internally as a nation weak over our defense and diplomatic institutions. We approach issues not from a unified strategic point, but always from divergent institutional approaches, which rather than help the situation, even further protracts it. The one advisory that is going out to the incoming government is that, one, our institutions, our public institutions across board need to be strengthened, and we have to start thinking from a multidimensional, all of government and indeed an all of society approach in dealing with our internal and even our external efforts.